Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Tensions in Djibouti between security forces and an armed group, which allegedly has backing of Ethiopia. Secondly, Egypt today again announced its support for Somalia and leveled new allegations against Ethiopia. Thirdly, Fano groups are trying to unite. These efforts underway for months. Some Fano groups have held a meeting in Wollo around 48 hours ago. We saw a video released by pro Fano news outlets. Is Wollo Fano united? Are all major Wollo Fano commanders on the same page? Firstly, viewers, Djibouti. Tensions in Djibouti for the last 2 weeks or so now. Around 2 weeks ago, Ethiopia signed an MOU with Somaliland, and Ethiopia is planning to shift from Djibouti port to ports in Somaliland. And Djibouti called for calm, but before that, Djibouti hosted Somaliland and Somalia's leaders for talks there. Djibouti is a key player in the tension between Ethiopia, Somalia, and Somaliland, as Somali Isas live in Djibouti. They're in power there. The Somali Isas live in Ethiopia too, and they live in Odal Zone 2, through which Ethiopia wants to gain access to the sea in Somaliland. Djibouti is head of IGAD too. IGAD is due to meet tomorrow. Ethiopia boycotting IGAD meeting. So Djibouti is very relevant in this conflict. So while Djibouti seems to be siding with Somalia, an internal conflict in Djibouti for the last 2 to 3 weeks. FRUD, Front for Restoration of Unity and Democracy, is a Djibouti opposition armed group fighting for years in Djibouti, uh, fighting for the rights of Afar people. Afar say that they face discrimination in Djibouti, where Somali Isas are in power, and that is why whenever there is fighting between Ethiopian Afars and Ethiopian Somali region people, Afars accuse Somali Isas of Djibouti of backing Somali Isas of the Somali region of Ethiopia. Now, it is being reported that several clashes occurred in the last few days between FRUD fighters and Djibouti security forces. Most of the clashes happened in Tajora. And if you remember, a few months ago, FRUD fighters kidnapped some Djibouti security officials. The incident happened close to Ethiopia-Djibouti border, obviously on Djibouti side of the border. And then Ethiopia mediated. Ethiopia tried to play a role in the release of Djibouti's soldiers taken prisoner by FRUD fighters. So FRUD fighters fighting in Djibouti have connections in Ethiopia, because they say that they're fighting for the rights of Afar people. So Afars live in large number in Ethiopian territory as well. FRUD, people say, has backing of some elements in Ethiopia. Can we say that since Djibouti is opposing the MOU between Ethiopia and Somaliland, and it might provoke tensions by backing Somalis, by instigating Somalis, that is why Ethiopia is activating its proxy in Djibouti, and that is FRUD? Well, I don't want to say that, but it will happen, by the way. If Djibouti involves itself deeply in support of Somalia, Ethiopia won't sit idle. Ethiopia will back Djibouti. It will back opposition groups in Djibouti, and FRUD is one of them. FRUD has deep connections in Ethiopia. So far, fighting multiple clashes, series of clashes between Djibouti forces and FRUD fighters are being confirmed in different parts of Djibouti. And it started around 3 weeks ago, around the time when Ethiopia signed MOU with Somaliland. Secondly, was Egypt today again threatened Ethiopia, announced more support for Somalia. Egypt and Ethiopia are arch rivals. Egypt has been threatening Ethiopia for years over the grand Ethiopian Sas Dam built in Ethiopia. Egypt down Stream, River Nile country has been opposing the construction. It wants a legally binding agreement about the dam operations. Ethiopia resisting. Egypt, Sudan tried to stop Ethiopia. They could not. They tried to rally international support, regional support, but they could not stop Ethiopia from filling the dam. Now, when there is tension, and a few days ago, Egypt, Ethiopia talks overgird collapsed. Fourth round of talks collapsed in Addis Ababa. Now, Egypt is seeing an opportunity to put pressure upon Ethiopia, keeping in view Ethiopia Somalia tensions over the MOU between Ethiopia and Somalia. So that is why Egypt is issuing statements. Egyptian Foreign Minister was in Eritrea a few days ago, and Al Sisi invited both Isas Afwerki of Eritrea and Hassan Sheikh of Somalia for a trilateral meeting. Before that, Sami Shukri spoke today. He's Egyptian Foreign Minister. He's the one who delivered Al Sisi's message to Isas Afwerki a few days ago. Sami Shukri called Ethiopia a source of instability in the region. He says Ethiopia is the main source of wars, instability, and deteriorating security situation in this region. And secondly, very importantly, Djibouti not only reiterated its support for Somalia, rather it said that it was coordinating with Somalia to give all types of support to Somalia, that Somalia can protect its territorial integrity and sovereignty. And the support includes necessary training and support. What is this necessary training? It means that, by the way, Egypt is training Somalia's forces. Eritrea also training Somalia's forces. Turkey trained Somalia's forces too. UK too, US as well, I think. But so far, now main trainers are from Egypt and Eritrea. And they are teaming up, standing behind Somalia so far to the extent of issuing statements. Eritrea very calculated. It has not issued any provocative statements in support of Somalia. It is playing its cards very smartly, but Egypt very vocal, criticizing Ethiopia from day one since the start of time between Ethiopia and Somalia. It is fully backing Somalia. That is why Hassan Sheikh talked to Sisi on phone. And today's statement from Sami Shukri confirms that Egypt is not just issuing statements, rather it is actively supporting Somalia. It will provide military support to Somalia. It has long been trying to establish a military base in Somalia. Maybe military base is being established, but so far we can say that today's statement indicates that Egypt is not just issuing statements, it is ready to give practical support to Somalia's military against Ethiopia. Thirdly, viewers, Wollo Fano factions, Wollo Fano groups are uniting. Dozens of Fano groups are operating in the Amhara region. Dozens of Fano brigades or units are operating in Wollo, Shoa, Gondar, and Gujum, and efforts underway for months to create some sort of central organization, central setup to organize these Fano groups. On regional level, some progress has been made, like Gujum Fano, I think, working under one command, Gondar Fano not under one command, South Gondar Fano under one command, Shoa Fano under one command too, but Wollo Fano is not under one command. Efforts underway, and 2 days ago, pro Fano elements released a video showing some Fano groups which announced to unite, to share arms, and to work under one central body. But one top Fano commander was missing from this meeting. Which Fano groups were part of this meeting? Lij Iyaso Brigade. From Lij Iyaso Brigade, Israel Ashate participated in this meeting. Beth Amhara, from there, Shemalse was there. Magdala Brigade, from there, Shivan Adam represented. Skandanaga Brigade, newly formed, and from there, from Skandanaga Brigade, Birhan Kabede was there. Colonel was there too, Colonel Fantahun Muhabao. And these Fano groups announced to unite, to work, to coordinate, to work under one command. And it is being claimed by several pro-Fano elements and sources that Wollo Fano is uniting. But where is the top Wollo Fano commander? Mere Wodajo. Nowhere to be seen. If Mere Wodajo is not part of the alliance, it means Wollo Fano is not united. Mere Wodajo, a few months ago rather, said that there was no Skandanaga brigade in Wollo, and that Skandernaga's APF had no presence in Wollo, and that no one consulted him before formation of APF in Gujum. Then Skandanaga visited Wollo and Skandanaga established this brigade, Skandanaga brigade in Wollo. So Mervodajo is not part of this new alliance, but efforts underway for creation of some sort of central body, at least to coordinate and monitor military activities, combat activities of Fano fighters. But I have not seen a statement from Mervodajo so far backing this new alliance. Where is he? Obviously, he is not on board, it seems. Thank you for watching.